Hi, this is Carl. Welcome back to this video. In this video, we're going to be reviewing 3 different 4-inch bar clamps. I have one by Jorgenson, one by Irwin, and one by Harbour Freight. Now, I'm pretty sure that we all know which one is going to break first. Hopefully I won't break the other two, but we know one of these is going to break. If you think you know, just stay in tune and we'll get this show rolling. If you got any questions or concerns, shoot me an email, scoresoftvideo@gmail.com, or leave a comment in the section below. I do appreciate you watching. Okay, here's the 3 clamps that we're going to be reviewing today. This is the Irwin, this is the Jorgenson, and this is the Harbour Freight. Now right off the top you can see that the bar on the Irwin is not as wide as these two. I wonder if I can bend that with my hands a little bit. Let me try that. I can bend it slightly. I can't bend that one, and I cannot bend that one. So right off the top you can see that these two, the bars are much stronger than this one. So let's go look at it this way. This way the bars are different thicknesses. The Irwin being the thinnest, Harbour Freight being in the middle, and the Jorgenson being the thickest. Okay, let's check out the throat depth. These are advertised as a 4-inch throat. I'm not going to actually put a tape measure on these, but let's just do it this way. I'm going to open these up, fully extend all these. Now the Irwin to extend the bar to its fullest capacity, you just push in this little lever right here and it'll extend. It releases the grip on the bar. So either way you want to go, you just push in the bar and you'll be able to move it easily. The Harbour Freight has a little orange button right here. Might be hard to see, but it has a little orange button. Push in that orange button and you can slide the head back and forth. It does have a rough feel on it, very rough feel, very, I guess you could say it's real scratchy. Okay, the Jorgenson has a little tab in the back right here. You just push that in and it slides very easily back and forth. Real smooth movement there. So let's check out how wide the mouth actually is on each one of these. Like I said, these are advertised to be a 4-inch capacity. So the Irwin brand, let's just compare it to the Harbour Freight one first. The Irwin brand is just very slightly wider than the Harbour Freight. Okay, let's compare that to the Jorgenson. You can see the Jorgenson is at least around a 1/2 inch wider. So of the 3, the Jorgenson has the longest capacity. Okay, the handles, let's check out these. You'll see all 3 of them look different. Okay, on the Irwin, squeezes very easily, which moves this whole portion up for tightening. The Jorgenson, same way. Now the Harbour Freight one, the squeezing mechanism is in the back side of the handle. So let's just do that. So they all 3 move as advertised. Now the Harbour Freight handle is much smaller than the other two brands. Let's see here. Try to get coordinated here. And the Harvest Freight brand is much smaller, and it does not feel very, like it has very much quality built into it. Much thinner than these two. The Irwin, when you squeeze it, it wraps around this part of the handle. Might be hard to see in the video. The Jorgenson, very smooth movement there. So, every one of these, you can take off the head. The Harbour Freight is the easiest to remove because it has this knob here. You can take this off and put it on this side and tighten it up. Now, this will become a spreader. So as you tighten this, you can see how these two pieces move away from each other. So that will be a spreader. And these work basically the same, except for you have to use a screwdriver. These are Phillips head. You have to take these off and put them on this end to be a spreader. So for that feature, the Harbour Freight is much easier to use than these two. Okay, I'm going to take this off and put it back where it's supposed to be. Take this completely out, put it back on this side. There we go. And we'll screw this back on here. Okay, well, if you push all these together to where it's fully closed, holding it up, you can see on each one that the bottom portion touches and the top portion does not touch on both of these. On the Irwin, it's more of the middle touching than the top and bottom. But on the Jorgenson, you'll have full contact throughout the edge of the clamping portion of this. So it closes, it touches at the top and the bottom. Okay, the actual pads themselves. Let's look at these. These slide off. All three clamps slide off the same way. So if you close these now, it's a lot easier to see on this Irwin brand that it's touching at the bottom and not at the top. Harbour Freight is like the Irwin, touching at the bottom, not at the top. Jorgenson, complete coverage from top to bottom. So, let's go a little bit farther here. Now it helps to, when you're putting these back on, put them in reverse. And one reason that is during use they won't slide off. But just for this video, I'm going to put them back the way they came when I purchased them. Slide these back on. Okay, this is going to be the true test of these clamps. I am going to take these and put a pressure test on them. And I have a good feeling which one I know is going to break. Here's a piece of wood. This is the Jorgenson. I'm going to do a pressure test. Squeezing that pretty tight and nothing's happening, so that's pretty good. Twisting it, no slippage at all, so that's good. Let me release this one. Put the Irwin on here, see what happens. Let's tighten that up. That has pretty good clamping. Nothing is moving. Unless I force it to move, it's doing pretty good, doing what it's supposed to do. Pretty deep, moderate clamping pressure. So let's try the Harbor Freight. I'm clamping it. I'm going to try to put about the same amount of pressure on there. And that one's holding pretty good too. Now keep in mind that these two are not given full coverage clamping like the Irwin does. So squeeze this a little bit more, and it doesn't feel like anything's really happening in there. It's not tightening it up at all. So it does have its limitations on this one. Okay, my overall review, of course, Jorgenson's going to be a much better clamp than these other two. Irwin will be my second. Harbor Freight is going to be my third. Each one of them does have their uses. If you go in a price point, Jorgenson's around $5. I believe the Irwin's was around $3. And the Harbor Freight ones were 99 cents each. So, like in anything else, you get what you pay for.